Welcome back. Hope you guys joined. Okay, yes, everyone. Yeah, let's continue. So, our next topic is the office hours retro from last KubeCon. I think everything that could go wrong went wrong, and I think even though three of us were at the meeting in the meeting room, and we were able to at least like synchronize the between three of us. I think we didn't really sync like with the rest of the team with Yuri and with Yuji. There was one thing. So it was like a bit of like chaotic moves. Another thing. So we definitely, like, I don't know, from my point of view, we definitely need, and I think Yuri, you expressed that opinion that we really need to have a backup plan. And it's not only about the materials, it's about who does what if things go hairy. And yeah. Another thing that we actually experienced, it was really caused by our corporate environment, and that relates to the slides. Like I was not able to update the slides like through the whole day, and then so I took this to our security and IT. Apparently, this got sorted out, but I'm not sure still if this is still like safe to assume that it's not going to happen again. So I think, yeah, my suggestion would be that we use like separate equipment when we run that session. It just happened that at that time we were all in South Africa on a business trip, and yeah, the only laptops we had were corporate laptops, and the only environment we were sitting in was in the corporate environment. And even if though it was done from the auto, we had like some security measures that wouldn't allow us to to break away and like use a unrestricted environment. So having said that, yeah, I guess we need to like if we have anything like this in the future, we need to make sure that we are not using the corporate environment, just like to be sure to be sure. Yeah, and by the way, I'm actually speaking. Yeah, I think some of us are still kind of using the laptops, and surprisingly, everything goes fine. Because I think on Zoom, we already went through this through the gates of hell when we enabled the Zoom and we had to restart our equipment, so it goes good. But with any kind of a browser-based client, no matter what, like I guess like using WebRTC or whatever. So when it comes to permission, especially screen sharing, this always goes this way, and same goes about the audio. So we were losing audio. It might be equipment, it might be environment, and it might be just in the browser, because sometimes it's really hard to find those audio video controls. So yeah, that's my kind of take on this. So definitely we need to have a backup plan, and in terms of like who takes what if something goes wrong. Yeah, guys, what's your opinion on that?
Yeah, so definitely the effect, like the part of the group was in the same room and part was totally remote. It had like this side effects that, well, I could potentially take over, but I have no idea what you're doing, guys, because you were visibly like sharing the messages somewhere above the Slack, right, in person, and it was like even I would like try to. So I also had a sharing issues, by the way, right? I couldn't share screen, but like if I would like decided to drop off, restart browser, all that shit, return and present, I had no idea. I was concerned that I will break your flows that you're about to create, and you actually created the flow and started to speak. So like, and that's actually reinforces the idea that we need to have a proper failover plan. So like I would know like that if somebody is failing, I can take over. If I am failing, so somebody will back me up. So these kind of things. So proper kind of graceful degradation mechanism.
Right. And yeah, I think it played the fact that, yeah, I guess like no matter what happens, we should be able to communicate in maintainers chat. Like this is kind of, there should be how to say, a source of truth. I guess with us, it played like all three in one room. It played like bad joke because we had like this kind of coffee machine paradox that we were all there together and we kind of got disconnected from side world, and we were not using any internal chats. But I think if I can gesticulate what happened at the moment, it was like, you please, like, yeah. So we were just mostly actually cut off the connections, and we were trying to to sort out that thing. But still, yeah, happy to that we seen the suggestions from you and from Yiri that to use that video part. Unfortunately, so it was okay. Unfortunately, after some time, the sound got lost. It was my experience, right? From what I've seen in the chat, from your comments. So if we, yeah, definitely, if Michal, you have it already, yeah, let's. I'm not sure if we have to update the organizers on that, ask them to, to place the video, or how, or is it just like to replay the video on YouTube channel? What do you think, Yuri?
I didn't ask to organizers to anything. I just yeah, guys, you told basically everything. Having separated equipment may be like could be an issue, but I think that it's like fixed the most of the complication the best way. Having separated equipment with administrator permissions, so you can do whatever you want. Maybe just they have some kind of support in the CNCF, and basically maybe we should put that support guy or girl by default into some discussion, so they are already there with within this discussion, and whatever we will talk about, it will be like this single point of truth, because now it wasn't. It was like a bit chaotic, We were talking or especially in my case, I was talking in channel within the CNCF client, and then there was like our Slack, but I didn't pay so much attention into it at the time, because I was concentrating on like my presentation mostly. And yeah, the failover plan, you have completely right. We should know what everyone should do at the time. Maybe to have like some pre-created video which we can run. In the worst case, we can share that.
No, I mean like a failover, it would be just take over the slide presentation, right? And continue the flow. Give some time to maybe main presenter to get back.
Yeah, but maybe failover could mean that, for instance, now what happened, if I do it again, I will prepare the video in front of that, upload it somewhere, and for instance, Tim as the failover guy, if something screw up on my side, Tim just turn on the video and share it.
It will not work this way. You still need to talk over the video. Your browser will not stream the audio from your video to the audience.
Because as you're sharing the video, so you either have to, I don't know, you cannot say, hey guys, while we guys are preparing, please watch this video.
Well, that would suck actually.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. So like, I don't know, like while guys are preparing, I'll be eating a ice cream in front of you, something like this. Yeah, weird. But yeah, definitely. So let's think about it. Dinar, do you have anything from your side on this?
Well, you can be prepared for that, because if I do remember correctly, they do change the platform every single year. And yeah, as we discussed, like 15 minutes, it's not enough. And from my opinion, we should switch to basically not giving a presentation, but rather have a discussion about the future plans, or open question and discuss some details if there are people who would ask like the internals of that. If not, just discuss between or with the voice, I don't know, future plans, problems, and stuff like that. So it's basically an office hour. Doesn't mean you have to present anything.
I have to disagree, because KGB is not Kubernetes. It requires introduction. So people, like, we were actually lucky that kind of 15 people, except of us, like it was 20 in total, gathered to KGB presentation, and they actually were more like, I'm pretty sure that 95% of them were just curious, what the hell is that project? They were not like getting an updates, and they using it. So introduction is like a must, and then it can be a panel discussion for sure.
But then sorry, but then the introduction should be really like 5 minutes. I do know that the project is quite complex, and it requires like even the brief introduction like takes up to the 30 minutes. But we have a documentation links. I don't know, we need to create something which is quickly show what it's all about, and then open for the questions, because from my opinion, the office hours is basically for the end community to meet people who actually work on that and raise the questions, raise the concerns, and yeah.
So
that's my view on that.
I'm thinking like if it should be like that, exactly like how to say, in intro was really simple. Just this is how it works. This is what you do. Like add a few lines, and then you get your stuff resolvable. And this is how it happens, like during switch off.
It can be really one slide, failover demo, and then discussion. That's it.
Yeah. Okay. One slide, failover, demo, and discussion.
Yeah, and we have to emphasize on the project. So like, if I can provide like a fast feedback, so like it was initial feedback that I provided on a rehearsal, that we need to like provide like KGB CNCF itself this set of project. Meanwhile, we presented like, hey, it's this KGB CNCF project, and then jumping into load balancing strategies. It's not how we should present the stuff. The focus, the spotlight should be on the project itself and how amazing it is, and solving the stuff, right? So instead of like theoretical stuff, especially on like targeted office hours. Theoretical stuff can be like for full-fledged KubeCon talk, cool, but not for an office hours.
Yeah, looks like we're coming to agreement here. Let's try that. But I think let's try that before, and let's see exactly. And let's try with the probably that backup plan, and let's really test it, like how it's going to work, right? So yeah,
Anyway,
and yeah,
how we want to provide the feedback to organizers? So like, will it be a ticket to CNCF services? Will it be
yeah.
email to team? Will it be both?
I will. So I think we'll ticket definitely to service desk. Then but you know, service ticket to service desk is probably the just like to formalize it, and definitely we'll all be in the loop. But maybe email on the situation and and with I guess
Maybe just ask them to have like a more time than just the 15 minutes to test, you know, or just provide a proper test together with the, I mean, sharing screen, you know, because test
But
was there.
yeah, for sharing screen, I totally agree. Test should cover that. It failed me as well, even a person who doesn't have the scaler on board. But how would it help with your situation? If I understand correctly, it was just blocked on your systems, right? The control over the browser.
I mean, well, it was blocked, right? But it was, you know, it was possible to apply for that to like with restart.
With restart of the browser or restart of the system?
Restart the computer.
No, you can't. It basically asks for a password, and password doesn't match in Michal's case.
Yeah, in my case, I didn't have permissions for that. But even if I have like, for instance, 2 or 3 days for that, I can manage it.
I mean, with if you have that issue, right, you won't be able to. I mean, yeah, if it's upfront, right, several like one day upfront, so it's not 5 minutes before. Like if there's possibility to test your you know, sharing, right, and that was what was missing. So
you know, some things I can maybe handle without like ask our help desk to help me to, let's say, allow something, you know, because
but anyway, Michal, if it was like that locked on you, please, you know, because my understanding was that it was like my experience that you just accept and then you restart. But if you had like issue, let's bring it out internally and sort it out. But
yeah.
I think there's no 100% guarantee there, unfortunately. So we have to bring our own equipment to if we want to be 100% sure. And another thing, I wanted to bring with regards to that, but I really forgot. Sorry, guys, but yeah, that was something that we also makes sense to sort out. But anyway,
actually, what would be good or like provide a feedback about the platform, right? It's not about give us like 2 days in advance that platform. That's probably not possible because they have to test it as well. But bring a name of the platform, the technologies they use, or the documentation, how to allow the screen sharing, you know, for Mac, for Linux, for Windows.
This we knew at the moment. We knew that it's going to be Bevy. That's why I sent you the test link. Unfortunately, the test application didn't have the screen sharing capabilities. So
yeah,
we
but
are not able
could you Google? Can you Google for Bevy how to allow screen sharing?
Exactly. So you're actually facing it like right in the presentation, and it says like allow screen sharing for the browser, getting you to your Mac if you're using Mac settings, and then you're restarting the browser. So it's like it's not a proper behavior of the platform, right? Especially in the moment of presentation.
to test upfront. Yeah, 50 minutes done. They don't give you any like you just realize that you screwed up and then what was next, right? But okay. So let's bring it. So once the ticket, and then let's bring it to the organizers like with email. I'll just put that down. I'll forget. Like this is AP, and I think this is this was taken. And yeah, I think I put it here, and yeah, yeah, service desk ticket plus email. Cool. Yeah, let's go to another one. So I'll go like let's get to security slam and adopters, and then we see if we have anything left. So yeah, Yuri, please comment on this.
Yeah, so I was just pinged by some person, Amanda in CNCF Slack, and she asked for some thoughts, and I think we can provide them for project visibility. So if you have some ideas about answer to these questions, I'm more than open. It's in my internal Slack, right? So the quote. So how did your project benefit from the work completed during security time, etc. Otherwise, I probably will come up something today's evening or provide the feedback.
Not sure. I don't know. You can yeah, you can bring some draft maybe, and then we can just discuss. Works that way?
Yeah, so yes, something like that. I'll draft right in Slack.
Okay. Cool. That's actually good news. That's a good like a chance for us to become exposed, right, as a project as well. And yeah, show that we take that the security seriously, as we always do, right? So for adopters MD, my understanding is that one of the so we've created it as actually part of the security slam, right? It was a placeholder, but then I think one of the users, one of the adopters, expressed the interest, actually willingness, and thanks for taking that, Yuri. So I think it was, and the question now is it okay for me to spell the name of the
Yeah, I guess
adopters?
so. As it is public, so but
Mm,
like so we have a Portuguese bank who are willing to be adopters, and that's fine for this stage. So my ideal sequence of what can happen. So correct me if I'm wrong, if it's realistic or not. So APSA as a regional creator and actual adopter can create like make it first PR and adopters ND stating like APSA is using it in production. And then following the same format, we can have additional second non-APSA adopter joining. And then we have somebody in future number 3, and it will be enough for a graduate incubations CNCF threshold. So it adds up nicely. Does it make sense?
Yeah, like I wanted to say like something like this. But
yeah,
yeah, definitely. So I actually I took this to Saran. Like I explained that yeah, there are like there's at least like second adopter that's willing to express right the use case. And I asked I remember that I think previously there was some I'm not sure some legal issues or whatever but yeah, so I'm just trying to explain that yeah, definitely we This is a
during the
next step for us, because for incubation. And it definitely opens wider options for exposure, for the project exposure to public, to having the CNCF organized workshops, things like this, right? Because right now it's kind of plateau, right? You don't get this exposure until you get to adopters, but I mean to incubator phase, but you need these two adopters, or three. Like, is it like 2 or 3 for
it is 3
introduction?
non-software vendors, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's people from end user community. So APSA included, right? So APSA is not a software vendor.
Mm-hmm.
And for internal APSA adoption, I think like if you have some trouble reasoning, I think it's worth noting that we already publicly contributed K8GB. I mean, not APSA publicly contributed K8GB a year ago to CNCF. So regarding the public exposure, the loop is like open a while ago, so there is no risk there. Like everybody aware of the origin. It was like, and it was covered by multiple talks. And it was actually publicly celebrated by apps included. So it doesn't make any sense to guard this or something.
Okay, so I'll just do that. I just wanted to double check, right? There's always like, Sren.
And for sure. Like I mean, I support that apps leadership is aware of that, right? And bless.
Maybe
like
there's also and there's also like a chance to do that. Again, right? To celebrate that. Incubation project phase. Cool. Yeah, definitely. I'll get back to you. I'll try to get back to you soon with the response.
I'm still seeing like a emphasized action item, but you wanted to scratch it, right? So it's a control. It should be Command Shift X or in the menu format.
Actually, I tried. So as I said, like I'll try to find the.
Yeah, but if you select it and if you select the text,
this one, right?
For example, this one, click a format. No, in the upper menu.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Text tracks through.
Oh yeah,
so it's called Command Shift X. Yeah.
Command Shift X. Wow. Okay. Command Shift. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you, man.
Sure.
What? No. Wait. Why? It's because I was actually okay. Yeah, it's okay. Nice. I'll get back to others like that as well. Cool. So we'll remove them from previous ones, from next ones. Are we good? I guess like it has been 30 minutes extra, so we didn't have chance to check the roadmap, but I guess we can do that on the ground. I encourage you guys to check what should be closed and what are the from my side I'll do further check on the milestones, and we can discuss it like in the next meeting if it's okay for you.
Thanks a lot, everybody. One thing, Tim, if we can get led adopters like reasonably quickly, my concern is obviously like people are willing to be part of the adopters, so like just not to.
So we don't lose the momentum.
Exactly.
Actually, I'm ready for that. If I don't have a like official confirmation yet, like right from APSA, then we can go with the second adopter, and It's just, it will be just, as you said, it's already there, it was shared, so it will be just, confirmation of the fact. So, yeah, give me a few days. If it's not there, we'll just, yeah, continue with that. I don't want to
Cool.
stop.
Thanks a lot. Yep.
Cool.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thanks a
All
lot. I
right.
hope this one was productive today. And
Definitely.
yeah, see you around on the internet.
You
Agree.
guys,
Cheers.
have a nice afternoon. Bye.
Yeah, you
Okay.
too, guys. Cheers.
Thank you. Bye.